Guys, here I am ready to start talking some more about the letter. Let's take a look and you guys can take a listen. Okay, so we've made it through pretty much the first page. Let's see, I'm scrolling. Let's see. Quote, I knew she was going to be a thorn in the marriage because my mother-in-law was the same way. So every time we had a cookouts, his mom and sister were very quiet and distant. We weren't accepted. They made that know. I'm quoting exactly how it's written. So forward to the engagement party. Shannon and I shopped for food, wine, etc. Spent a lot. Jamie, Chris's sister, wanted all the invitations so she could help. We went through this in the last one. Why weren't there empty place settings at that gathering pre-wedding party where supposedly Jamie didn't mail out the invitations? Christopher Watt's wife told her mother that there were 80 invites, quote unquote. 80 invites. And yet only immediate family came. Well, according to Cindy Watt, there was one friend who came. According to Cindy Watts, there were 25 invitations for family members and 6 invitations for friends. The friends never RSVP'd. So before the pre-wedding party, they contacted the friends to say, hey, are you coming or not? I'm sure they said it in a nicer way than that. But how weird is that? 6 friends are invited and not one of them RSVP'd? Really? Over and over again, when they called those 6 people, they were told, except for one person who said she was planning on attending. But over and over again, they were told that they had other plans. Could that be why she had a near stranger as her maid of honor? I mean, think about it. She barely knew her. What, she babysat for one of her kids part-time for a month or 2 before the family moved out west? That's her maid of honor after she fired Christopher Watt's sister? See what I'm saying? She invited 6 friends, and 1 came. And yet, big flippin' deal, almost 6 years later, that Ronnie and Cindy didn't go to the wedding. Because we're hearing that narrative, continue to loop around again. The never-ending loop of Cindy bad, right? Cindy bad. Oh, Ronnie supposedly is a cokehead and Cindy's a narcissist, and all of it, in my opinion, is BS. I think Ronnie and Cindy have had years, even long before the tragedy occurred, where they have been unfairly targeted on social media. I think Ronnie and Cindy are the ones who have been slandered. I think Ronnie and Cindy probably know details, not only about the case, not only about the end of the marriage, not only about their finances and everything, but I think they know details that go way back. And just my opinion, I think that's why so soon after the tragedy happened, that it appears that there are people intentionally attempting to discredit Cindy Watts. This isn't anything new since Cindy and Ronnie gave an interview and whatever. No. Cindy was being attacked from day one. Think about that. Think about that. So that whole pre-wedding party thing, I don't know. Sure seems to me there would have been empty seats, right? But I've been contacted by people who were there. There were no empty seats. Seems to me there would have been empty place settings. There were no empty place settings. And then the claim that Cindy and Jamie didn't provide any food that was gluten-free. Number one, I don't believe that Christopher Watt's wife needed to have gluten-free food. In fact, I think by her own social media posts, it's pretty clear that she didn't, considering, her thing for drive-through foods, right? So let's see here. I will continue on. Chris spoiled Shannon and vice versa. They were so in love. They were a great team. They moved to Colorado and lived with Shannon's friend for 1 year. Who does that? Who moves to a new state and lives in somebody's basement for the first year? Especially, this is the friend who she babysat for. Like, who does that? I don't know anyone who's ever done that. Do you? And then it says, well, they were building their house. What? They bought a house. Christopher Watts actually bought a house on his own, which makes no sense. If his wife was so successful, then why wasn't she buying it also? Right? That building their house theme has been going strong for nearly 6 years, and it's kind of humorous, actually, for those of us who actually have built our own homes. You see what I'm saying? It's like there's this hullabaloo. Even Christopher Watt's wife herself did it in a video that she posted, how she had this, grand scheme to be able to be mortgage free. Yet she didn't even pay the HOA dues, which were $52 a month. I guess if you want to have a grand scheme to become mortgage free, step one is pay the HOA dues. They were due in court. Shortly after the tragedy occurred, they had a court hearing scheduled because they didn't pay the HOA dues, evidently, since when, based on the math, if you do the math backwards, based on the amount, which was roughly $1,500, the HOA dues at the time of the tragedy was, I think, set at, the HOA dues were $52 per month. So you work it backwards on the calendar, and gee golly, that lands us right at the point of the bankruptcy, where they walked away from $70,000 in unsecured debts. And their dining room table was repossessed by a creditor. Do you know anybody who has ever had a dining room table repossessed? I'll take it a step further. Do you know anybody who buys dining room tables on credit? Interesting. Quote, everything was great. Shannon saw something on Chris's private parts that didn't look normal. Oop, my computer just went. Okay, here we go. That didn't look normal. They went to the doctors. Cancer. So it was removed. She saved his life. According to Cindy, he never had cancer. According to Cindy, he never heard about any claims even that he had cancer. Interesting. Then Shannon got pregnant with Bella Marie. Everyone was so excited and happy. Shannon and Chris were wonderful parents. Let me read that one again. That was a dramatic cough. Fake as all get out. I know, sorry. Chris and Shannon were working at the... Oh, wait. I'll back up. Everyone was so excited and happy. Shannon and Chris were wonderful parents. Wonderful parents don't drug their kids with Benadryl and Tylenol at 6:30 p.m. and then stuff them in their bedrooms behind a locked door, put them in their beds, lock their bedroom door, and leave them there for the next 12 hours. Just saying. Chris and Shannon were working at the Ford dealership in Longmont. Shannon was selling cars. Chris was the head mechanic. Come on. A great team. I highly doubt it. I highly doubt it. And from what the friend who Chris worked with at the dealership said, he offered her a job many months after she got there. So my hunch is they probably were like trying to help Chris out to give his wife a few hours, maybe. I don't know. Kind of like the Adelson case, you know, the Markells. They go on and on about how Charlie Adelson's sister Wendy was like a highfalutin professor or whatever. No, it was her husband who was the highfalutin professor. And it was evidently, from what that one lawyer is saying, I think it might have been the mentor lawyer, but I'm not sure. Evidently, it was part of the package when he accepted the position at the law school, was that there'd be something provided to offer to his wife. I don't know. Who knows? But it's kind of weird. Anyway. So let's see here. Oh, Shannon was top sales, of course. Quote, Shannon was top sales. I doubt it. I just highly doubt it. I think she was probably maybe offered the opportunity to get into it if she wanted. But according to the friend who Chris worked with and then who became actual, friends with him, in that interview that he and his wife gave right after the tragedy occurred, he said that when she got pregnant with Bella, that she quit. If I'm remembering that correctly, and I think I am. I think that's what he said, that she got pregnant with Bella and she quit. Well, she started in July, according to what he said, if I'm remembering correctly, which, again, I think I am. So if she started in July and she got pregnant with Bella, when exactly? Like, how do you get to be top sales within a matter of months? Like, I just don't believe it. Anyway, I believe that she may have told her mother she was top sales. But I don't believe that she was ever top sales with any of the MLMs she signed up for, with any sort of commission type position, which, working at a car dealership would be. Then Bella came, so Shannon stopped working. The way the friend tells it, when she got pregnant. But okay. Oh yeah, okay, she is basically saying that. Then Bella came, so Shannon stopped working because of a high-risk pregnancy. I don't believe she had a high-risk pregnancy. Of course, I don't believe she had lupus. I don't believe she had fibromyalgia. I don't believe she had endometriosis. I don't believe any of the long list of ailments that we're told that she had. And evidently whoever performed the autopsy probably didn't believe any of it either, since the autopsy report says that she was healthy. Quote, she was a trooper through the whole thing. Both families seemed happy. Chris's sister never flew to Colorado. That's so cute. Sorry. She was a trooper through the whole thing. Both families seemed happy. Chris's sister never flew to Colorado at any time they were out there. Isn't that cute? Everything was great. Everything was hunky-dory. Chris's sister never flew out there. Oh my gosh. Cindy and Ronnie came 2 times a year. Shannon worked at Children's Hospital at nights and also sold 31 bags, travel bags, on the side. I think it's an MLM. Everything was good. Shannon got pregnant with Celeste, and pregnancy was really rough on Shannon with her lupus. Very high-risk pregnancy. I guess high-risk pregnancy is very. Oh my gosh. But only this one was worst for Shannon. Water weight gain, severe back pain, shortness of breath, pains in her chest, fatigue, exhaustion. Every single symptom is something that she could say, oh, look at that, I have water weight gain. Oh, look at that, I have severe back pain. All of this is self-reported symptoms. Pay close attention to that. I touched on this in the last one when I went through this paragraph briefly. Water weight gain. Oh, gee, look at that. I have water weight, right? Severe sorry, tongue twister, no. Severe back pain. Okay, like how do you measure back pain? Exactly, right? There is no clinical test. Well, it's a clinical diagnosis based on the self-reported symptoms. Oh, my back! How does any doctor know whether or not that back is actually hurting? Shortness of breath? Well, you know, every Southern belle knows how to go, right? Pains in her chest. That could have been anxiety. Fatigue. Oh, I'm so tired. Exhaustion. Oh, I'm so exhausted. High-risk pregnancy? High-risk pregnancies are when you have gestational diabetes, in my opinion. High-risk pregnancy is when your doctor has you on bed rest for the safety of you, your own health, for your own safety, and also for the safety of your baby. High-risk pregnancy? Really? Yet, she claimed she was 15 weeks pregnant in 2018. And she didn't bother to even see a doctor. I'll see you soon with the next video, guys.